What's going on, guys? It's your boy Coreboy back at it again today with a new video. Today I've been kind of spitballing this idea of a video in my head for a minute, just like kind of a sit down discussion type video, like I normally do, of course, because that's just kind of like what we do here. We talk, we have a conversation, and then randomly I make a video talking about Splitgate, and I get called Queso 2.0. He's a handsome fella. I'll take it. I mean, that's not the worst thing I've been called, so I'm not taking it as an insult. He's a handsome fella, so I mean, I'm fine with that. That's cool, dog. Thanks for that. I don't think I yell as much either. I'm a pretty quiet little fella most of the time. I'm not really a yeller. But anyway, today this video is going to be talking about some things I've been, I guess, kind of unfortunately noticing in Infinite. Um, I will say this: as much as I love this game, and I truly do, I play this game every day. I have over 1,000 hours on it. We're doing this whole hero grind thing because I just simply enjoy playing Halo. I enjoy playing Halo Infinite. It's one of my favorite games to just hop on and play. I like the multiplayer experience. The hero grind's been really fun. There's a lot of modes to play. But with that being said, this game has a population issue. I know this game to a lot of people isn't revered as too great or too amazing. A lot of people view it as kind of one of the weaker points in the Halo series, and I can understand to a degree why. There has been some issues with this game, and I think as much as 343 has tried to fix it from the get-go with all the issues that appeared with the game, it has been really hard for them to come back from it. I will say, as somebody who's been playing this game for quite a while, I've been playing it for like well over a year now, because for some reason I just didn't play the game when it first came out. I did for a little bit, and then I got addicted to some other games. But what I will say is, I remember when Season 4 and 5 came out, and this game had a huge resurgence of players. There was God knows how many people playing at times. I would run into a bunch of different players. It made it like super easy to make content on because there's always things to talk about. There was always like really cool interactions and shit that you could have with players as well. But it seems like as time's gone on, that has just completely died down. And I will say personally, it kind of happened around the time that the operations system got announced. And that's not me hating on that at all. I've had my takes here and there. I think it's good and bad both at the same time. It's free content, but then it's a lot of like, okay, it's not a lot of content. And it does feel like to a degree we're getting less and less. And if this whole like summer update thing that people have been talking about is true, I really do think we could see a big resurgence in players. But also, my other thing with it is I feel like this game kind of falls victim to the what I call the YouTube effect, or the content creator effect. And I'm talking about this as a content creator, as someone who loves to make content on this fucking game and on just Halo in general, any other game that I just like making content on. I do it for fun because I enjoy it. But I'm also somebody who realizes that if, for example, if I have a video that does really fucking well, whatever I say in that video about that said game, people are going to latch on to it, and it's going to be something that is kind of a full-on living thing, unfortunately. And it sucks because this game kind of fell victim to that. Instead of people actually going out of their way to like put their own opinions into it and actually play the game, it fell victim to the whole like, oh, a YouTuber said it's bad, therefore it's a bad game, or a streamer doesn't like this game, so therefore it's a bad game. And I feel like a lot of games fall victim to that these days, which is like super fucking unfortunate, because there's a lot of really good games that, because they may not have the biggest player base, or because a YouTuber said one bad thing, it then becomes like a popular to hate game. And that kind of really sucks for gaming in general. It's not a good thing. Like, I'm just going to say it how it is. That's not a good thing for any game, and for like gaming in general. Like, yes, it can affect one game, but it makes all of gaming kind of a fucking hard thing to like enjoy. And I do wish more people would play this game. I think this game has like so many good attributes that remind me of old school Halo and new school Halo. Like, it's kind of a perfect culmination of everything that I love about this series made into one. And I feel like if more people would actually give the game some time and try it for more than just one fucking game, and actually put some hours into it to learn the learning curves, because whenever I do play this game, I'm like, wow, it does feel like I'm playing like old school Halo. Like, I feel like I'm learning, you know, Halo 3 again to a degree, or something like that. Like, where we had, it wasn't a super hard game to grasp onto, but it had a skill ceiling to it that made it interesting. It made it interesting to learn. And I think with things like, for whatever reason, the hatred towards sprint in an FPS title and shit like that, it's just kind of weird to me, because it's not really a major thing that has like affected gameplay. Like a big thing that affects gameplay in Halo would be if they changed how the health pool system work, how you have shields and then you have your main health and you have to kind of fight based off of those and kind of learn how to engage and not engage gunfights. They have never changed that. It's always been the same thing. You have your shields and then you once that shield's broken, it's just your main health. If they change that, that would be a major gameplay change. The sprint mechanics in this game aren't super major. They're kind of honestly more of what it feels like sometimes is like a placebo effect. Sure, you do move a little bit faster, but that also comes with its own little downsides. You're a lot louder on the map. You aren't able to kind of get around as swiftly, and you're going to be kind of a target for most players in the game. Compared to other Halos where you didn't have that. It's a new gameplay mechanic, but it still feels like classic Halo mechanic. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. It's its own little odd thing that I kind of actually like adds to the charm of this game, and I feel that same way about the Halo 4 and 5 sprint mechanics. I think 5's like movement mechanics were super well done, and I do very much enjoy them. As little time as I put into H5, I really do like that game. It's really fucking fun, and I like it. I'm not a hater of H5, and it's weird to me because Halo does kind of have the whole, what most people refer to as a COD cycle. I kind of refer to as the Halo cycle, and I think a lot of people do. But it's weird because like a game will come out, people will fucking hate it, and then the next game will come out, people will hate it, and maybe like, oh, I missed that game. I remember when H5 came out, everyone fucking dogged on that game and hated it, and now I log on to Twitter and everybody's like, oh my god, I missed this game so much. Why can't we get another Halo like this? It's just weird. I feel like every game kind of falls victim to that, though. It's just part of the gaming community. But that's not really the whole point of this conversation. It's more of just talking about the population. Like, for example, I am a major free-for-all player. That's the main mode that I really like playing. I just really like free-for-all. I think it's really fun just to play by myself. I'm playing with friends. Of course, I'm not playing FFA. I'm playing other fucking modes because, I don't know, I got more shit to do when I'm playing with friends, and I can play differently and have a little bit more fun and be goofy. But when I'm playing by myself and just grinding, I'm playing mostly FFA. The matches are pretty quick. You can get a pretty decent amount of XP. I'm having a good time. But I notice even outside of FFA, when I'm playing like ranked, any form of ranked, arena, doubles, snipers, whatever, you can tell how low the population is in this game because you consistently get queued with like the same kind of 13 to 14 people. Like, for example, no shade on this dude, by the way. I'm just going to point this out as like something I have noticed over the last like 4 days that I've been playing. Here, it's a Bellion, I think is how you say it. I don't know how to fucking say that name. But I have ran into this dude every single day when I log on. And it can be at any time of the day. I could log on right now. It's like 12. It's almost 1 p.m. I could log on between 10 and 8 o'clock at night, and I can guarantee that I will probably run into this dude at some point and just have him consistently throughout my games, which is really weird because that really shouldn't be happening in a matchmaking game where you're like constantly trying to switch lobbies out. Just so people have like different play experiences. You can have a game where you're playing against a bunch of sweaty people or a bunch of easy lobbies and stuff like that. You aren't really getting that here, which shows that the player base is pretty low. So basically kind of what I'm getting at is I really just wish this game had a bigger player base. And if you haven't, I really do recommend you try out Infinite. This isn't me like trying to sell a fucking game. It's just me like having some time to talk to people and be like, hey, you should actually give this game a fair shot. I've had plenty of people that have messaged me over my content and be like, yeah, actually maybe I can try out Infinite today, and I'm actually really having fun just because someone made a video kind of talking positively about the game and not just dogging on it for every issue it's ever fucking had. Like all games do. Like, if I've said it in my videos plenty of times, if XDefiant fixes the things that I don't like personally about the game right now, I will hop right back into that fucker, and I will have a great time. But if it's not for me, I'm not going to just sit there and make the same fucking content rambling and crying about it because that's completely pointless to what I do. I'm here to talk about games and things that I enjoy, not here to just harp on negative aspects of things that I fucking enjoy. Like, sure, I can dog on the fucking store for Halo Infinite because it's a little bit pricey, but the game's fucking free. Why would I care? If you want to buy something, buy it. If you don't, who gives a shit? They also have battle passes that are like $5, $10. Just go play through them. It's not that expensive. You get like 99% of the shit my characters use are all from the battle passes. I bought one and just saved the coins and bought all the rest of them. You have to spend $10 one time. If we're really complaining about that, then we got a lot more issues at hand than just a game that has a store, which is kind of just a common thing. And this game store isn't bad compared to some others. Lego Fortnite, I'm looking at you. $30 for a fucking set of bricks in a game? What's the point of that? Or the Valorant store, why is a knife skin like $100? That doesn't make any sense. So trust me, there's a lot more that I could complain on, but I'm not going to because one, those are games I don't make content on. Two, the Halo store is really not that fucking bad. It's kind of okay, and they if I miss something in the store one time, they usually run like a 25% or 50% off, 75% off, like sale on it randomly, and I'll go through and do that. But that's really all I have today is just kind of a little fucking sit down and talk video about Halo Infinite. And if you haven't, do yourself a favor, check out the game, have some fun. I'm gonna play this FFA game. I'm gonna die right here because I'm AFK and I'm just sitting here rambling. But other than that though, I love you all, and I will see you later.